You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KCCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Good morning, Montgomery County, Texas. Giddy up and yee-haw. It is Wednesday. Got my boogie-woogie from Ezra Charles going on. And all you listeners out there, especially Eric Estes, who's probably giggling right now going, that dude is insane. I am. That's my boogie-woogie. That's how I make things happen. It is Wednesday. It is stinking beautiful outside. For those of you that are inside, don't go outside right now. Listen to me, okay? Stay. Don't go outside. But at 30 minutes, hit that 2, 3, 4 minute break, go outside, stretch your arms, do a couple of jumping jacks, get that blood flowing, and holler out, giddy up, and see who listens to you and who calls the cops on you. Man, it's a daggum nice day. It's Wednesday. It's the first day of the week. It's the first day of my show here. And I call it my show, but it's our show. It is the community. And I mean that, man. It is us. It's me getting to bring people interesting in the community to you, the community. And I'm feeling good today. We talked about it. I just wasn't feeling too good for a while there, and I don't know why. So, yeah, I went to the doctor. Dr. Gary Sharpless, that dude is a cool dude. He just opened a new wellness center. Got to check that out. So, I don't know. We'll find out what the lab results say. We'll see if, I need a transplant or something like that.
If it says you're crazy or not, yeah, right. I think I know the answer to that.
Psychotherapy.
Yeah, there we go.
I think I just need to get more sleep and be a little crazier. I've not been that crazy lately. I've not been out and about. So, folks, this is a cool week. I'm just going to tell you right now. I've got an interesting woman in the studio with me today. This is a woman who is has taken for years by storm kind of a predominantly male-dominated industry, and has just taken it by storm and has won so many awards. And when you find out what she does, you're going to go, oh, that's pretty cool. I might have seen her trucks and her drivers and her hand moving things across the highways of the U.S. and probably up in Canada. So she's really cool. She's really cool. And she is an old friend from back in my old school days before I moved to Conroe in 79. And we weren't like best friends. I mean, she did give me CPR and mouth-to-mouth and stuff when I had a seizure in the hallways.
We were best friends.
We are now, but we weren't then, But anyway, I probably had a crush on her. I don't know. We'll find out.
You don't know.
We'll find out later. I don't remember. That's what the doctor was testing.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, what's your name? But, folks, we've also got tomorrow's an incredible day. Got Janet Casper, Montgomery County Homeless Coalition. She's currently with Community Youth Outreach. She's going to be coming on the show. Incredible woman, strong woman, has overcome obstacles, and is making a difference in our community. And then Friday, I got another rock and roll woman, Terry Jaggers, Orphan Care Solution, Hope's Path. Strong woman. Big provider of things in our community. So this is like the week of the women, leading into Father's Day. So that's kind of cool. But we'll get back and I'll introduce the lady here in just a minute. But what's going on? Okay, what's going on? Today is Wednesday. Lions Club. Greatest Lions Club in the world. I'm part of that. And outgoing board of directors, outgoing officers, and our outgoing president will be kind of highlighted today. And then new board members and new positions. I want to give a special shout out to our outgoing president, Ken Krieger. He is Conroe Fire Department chief and just a good dude. Let me tell you what, he's one of those guys that if you're not in the Lions Club, if you're not close to the fire department or in his close circle, you just don't know how much he and his wife do. He's a mentor. His wife's a mentor with Project Mentor. He's a fine man. And he does so much for the community. So he's been one of the quiet presidents we've had. And that's just him. That's his style. He's a quiet leader. So, Chief, we're going to miss you, but you're not going anywhere. You're just not going to be the president anymore. And then incoming president is Helen Thornton. What a hoot. If you don't love Helen, I don't like you and you need to leave town. Helen Thornton is awesome. Awesome. She's like between Carl Johnson and Kim Krager. She's got a fun, effervescent side, but she's also kind of quiet like Chief too. So there's going to be great things happening at the Lions Club here in Conroe based on that leadership. And then we got some new board members coming on. So when this show's over with, I'll be flying to the convention center to be a part of that. So that's going on. And then Saturday, I get to be a part of an incredible event. You are invited to come just hang out, and I'm going to tell you about it in a minute. Or if you have access to extra water, extra hot dogs, and stuff like that, you can bring them and help us out. What's going on? Fearless Boxing is at 1214D South Fraser over by Tejas Bingo. And we're having a Father's Day family fitness and fun event. What does that mean? Well, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we're inviting all the fathers to come out with their kids and just hang out in the gym. Hit the bags, do some sit-ups, do some jump ropes, just do family fitness. Be goofy, have fun. Kids, bring your dad. Bring your father figure. Maybe you don't have a dad, bring a father figure. Maybe it's just your mom. You know what? Come celebrate Father's Day because your mom is also your father too. Bring them. I'm serious. Bring them. Maybe you don't have a father figure. Well, guess what? We've got a couple of men that are going to be there that want to be surrogate father figures for a couple of hours. We're going to cut up. We're going to, Boudreaux's going to be there, by the way. Yes, sir. That's the most important thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Boudreaux will be there being silly with the kids. We're going to cook hot dogs. A friend of mine, Roderick Williams, contacted Nancy and James of Fearless Boxing and said, this is what my church, North Star Church of the Woodlands, wants to do. So, Fearless Boxing, 10 to 3, bring the kids, cut up. No, you can't get in the ring and spar because if you haven't really worked out, we don't want anybody to get hurt. But, to enjoy the ring and get in there and kind of see what it feels like and jump around, yeah, we'll do that. But just come have fun. And don't forget, it's a godly place. So we're hoping Pastor Shelton shows up and gets to bless the hot dogs because, I don't know. We don't know. We know and we don't know what goes in those hot dogs. So we might need lots of blessings on that. Mm-hmm. And some Maalox. So that's a cool thing. And that's about really it. Other than Tuesday night, there is a dinner and auction out at the Lone Star Convention Center. Get to know your county judge and just get involved in your community. We're going to have a lot of those coming up. We're going to have a lot of town halls coming up. So it doesn't matter who you go see. Go find out about your community. Just get involved in your community. And you'll find out that I'm going to push everybody to go. I'm not going to tell you who to support. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm going to tell you to go to everybody's event, get to know everybody so you can make an informed decision. So that's it for now. We're going to take a quick short break, and when we come back, Robin Price of AMP Logistics, LLC. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle on Lone Star Community Radio, your community radio station. We'll be right back.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
All right, we are back. I'm dancing. Robin's got some little boogie-woogie moves. Gina's outside. She's got some boogie-woogie moves. All right, folks, we are back. And I tell you what, we've probably got so much to talk about. So let's just dive right in. Folks, I'm going to introduce you to Robin Price. Robin, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Nathan? It's so good to see you again.
You too. Her phone's blowing up. My phone's blowing up. You brought some posse on the airwaves, didn't you?
I did. I hope so. They better be, because I know.
All right, so here's what we got, and you got that camera checking you out. I got this camera checking us out, so they're going to go back and forth and everything. Tell us about Robin. a little background about you, and then touch a little bit on what AMP is, because there's a lot. Folks, she's been writing a book for well into a little over 3 years, so there's a lot to her to talk about. We're probably going to have her come back on in a couple of weeks to finish up, but who's Robin?
Well, Robin is someone that made some bad decisions when I was younger, and it cost me a divorce. But I have grown. I raised 3 kids by myself. They all have college degrees. But raising the children by myself, I couldn't get any kind of assistance. I was right at that line where I made a little bit too much, but yet couldn't put food on the table. That kind of trap that that single moms or dads tend to get caught in sometimes. So I did it by myself, and going back just a little bit more, my father was in the military for 22 years in logistics.
Oh, wow. And what service?
Army.
Army, okay.
Yeah, first class sergeant. And who would know that, gosh, 40 years later, we would, do the same thing that my dad was doing. So that's really neat. And but it has been such a great move going into this industry. I went from as poor can get to making a very good living, and anybody that's got the drive and that looks for that excitement and the challenge, it's a great field to get into.
So your dad, is your dad still around?
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I moved my parents in with me about a year ago.
Okay.
Yep.
So Sergeant First Class Gerving, here you go. You got to meet Robin, so you can go meet Sergeant First Class Price.
Merritt.
Bob Merritt, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So what about your background? What are some of the things you've done? Have you always been preparing for owning your own business you have now?
No.
Or what?
No. I was, for 20 years, I was in property management. And then I moved on to where I was a headhunter for a company. I placed professionals, plant managers, any type of professional business. I would look for good candidates and match them up, and did really good with that up until, 2007? 2006, when the market crashed really bad.
About 2000. Well, for me, where I lived, it was about 2007 or 8. 2008.
Yeah.
Overnight, I think Memorial Day overnight, I had an online business as well.
Mm-hmm.
And overnight, my online sales dropped in half. Overnight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, overnight, I found myself unemployed.
Wow.
And still having to, bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan and, clothe the kids. And so I had to do what I had to do. And I took a job as what is called a truck finder for a logistics company in Greenwood, Arkansas, making $9 an hour. And anyway, it took me maybe 2 days to be in that environment to know, oh man, am I onto something?
Wow.
This is my passion.
What was it about that?
The excitement, the challenges, the control. I love sitting in my chair, and I'm like Jean-Luc Picard. So it's and engage. But I mean, but you've got a lot of stress on you as well, and that's when you've got your Superloads, or it could even be a partial load. Making sure that it gets there to the receiver on time and safely. And there's some hiccups that can happen. In fact, out in logistics, out in that industry, that's still called the Wild Wild West out there. And I have a book coming out, like you said, and that tells stories that I've gone through and how we resolved them ethically, and one was about one of oil and gas compressors that was taken hostage. And that gets pretty stressful. But I love it. I'm addicted to it.
Okay, so Truck Finder, fast forward to how long have you owned your business?
Well, I was a truck finder for about a year, and then I started. What I was doing on the side was building up my carrier base and my customer base. Which, if you're in logistics, I encourage you to definitely always have that base in your book of contacts. But then I started going after well, let me back up. I decided I needed my niche. What excited me? And it was specialized equipment moves. So, I wasn't ever a Barbie girl, I was always wanting to play with the Tonka trucks. So, and my dad used to play this game with us when we go traveling. Instead of, looking at the license plates and, doing the ABC game or whatever, it was, what type of trailer is that?
Wow.
Going next to us, and I'd be like, it's a low boy. And, I'm like 6 years old, and my dad would say, no, it's a dry van, and this is what makes it a dry van. And my sisters hated the game, bored out of their minds, but I loved it. I mean, I loved what was on those trailers.
Yeah.
So I knew that going into it, that was my niche. And so then I started going after the oil and gas, pipeline, construction, mining, steel companies. And, it took me a little bit of time to get my first customer. But once I did, it just took off.
And this was when you were in Arkansas, is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Fort Smith.
When did you move from Arkansas here to the Montgomery County area?
We moved, let's see, in 2014, at the end of 2014.
That's what I thought. It's been about 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, once we moved here, which I was advised to move here, once we did, that year we won the Fast Track Award.
Wow.
Yeah, so it did make a difference.
So moving here helped you in what way? The oil and gas industry, making some connections and new relationships?
New connections, being able to see the customers that I already had more often, and taking them out for fun and really getting, because it's a partnership that you're forming. And, we were able to build that partnership with our customers stronger. And anyway, it was definitely worth it.
So for people who don't understand logistics or they hear the name, whatever, I don't know who it was, UPS or FedEx or somebody. Maybe it was Big Brown. Maybe it was UPS. One of their commercial series for a while was talking about logistics and stuff.
Amazon.
So maybe that's what it was. So for the layman out there, put it in layman's terms. Put it in Jake the Engineer, Nathan Arrazate terms.
Well, what I am is I run under a 3PL provider, and that's a third-party logistics provider. And we're the middleman that connects the shipper who has freight to be moved, and we connect with the best drivers to put on that load, and we manage that load from the beginning of pickup until the delivery time.
Okay, so you've got Jake the Engineer who owns a mining facility.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Nathan and Boudreaux who own this big, huge, gigantic earth mover the size of this block, and he wants to buy it or hire it, and I want to sell it to him, rent it to him, and you're the one that gets it there. Is that correct?
Well, yes, I am. If you wanted to use our services for it, you bet. No matter what you're trying to do, buy it, sell it, just move it to a different area. We're the ones that you would call.
Okay.
And the bigger, the better.
So I'm a directional driller,
Okay.
and I need some special pipe out of Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Or I need some special pipe out of Houston to Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get that to me?
Well, sure.
Okay.
You bet. And a lot of times out there, what I come across is everybody wants that really cheap pricing, and you pay for what you get. We may not always come in as the cheapest bid, and I don't want to come in that way, but we come in with excellent customer service.
And safety.
Oh,
My God.
absolutely. I mean, that is number
That's the
one
forefront,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's instances where, we've just delivered a dozer and the guy jumps on the dozer to take off down the mountain and it flips right on him. So you come across some really bad situations out there. So safety is always number
Yeah.
one.
And I don't remember the particulars, and God, I hope I don't stir up anything that somebody here locally still has heartache about. But I remember one night having to stop at 105 and 336 over by the Walgreens CVS. I think that's Walgreens, Keller Williams over there. And there was a big load coming through, and the bucket trucks were lifting the lights and stuff like that. And it was a long time. It was a long time sitting there. And then I found out the next morning on the news that when they had gone through Montgomery and then taken a left to go toward Tomball, somebody had sped past one of the trucks or something happened, and they flipped over, and there was some fatalities in that. And that was sad. That was really sad.
Yeah, well, these drivers can't stop on a dime, and I see it every day. And used to be guilty of it myself until I got into the industry of just, you want to get from this lane to that lane, just cut right in front of this 18-wheeler. Well, he's packing a lot of weight there. He can't just stop on a dime. So not a wise thing to do.
Yeah. So what we want to get a little personal here. Tell us about your time here in Montgomery County and the Woodlands area. What do you think about us?
Oh, I love it. Everybody is so friendly. It's a very, I don't know what to say. Everybody just seems to know one another. And if they don't know you, they're going to extend that hand to get to know you. I mean, I've had a very good experience moving here.
Well, we wanted you. I remember back, and I was talking with Gina this morning, and I remember y'all were looking at a house in Rivershire way back when. Mm-hmm. And I was really hoping you'd come up here, but that's okay. I forgave you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. You got a little twang there. Thank you.
I guess that's Arkansas. On Saturday Night Live, those two women that talk really funny on, when they're doing their show. That's how I feel.
Oh, God.
You know who I'm talking about?
We're going to have to do a parody on that.
We might have to. I was just about to say the same thing. I'm trying
Sweaty.
to think. Sweaty.
Sweaty. All out there, I'm just going to say one word, not two. Sweaty. Stephanie, the intern's like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Or she does. If she doesn't, you don't need to know.
Yeah, no. I don't think she's quite sure what she's got herself into.
Oh, Lord
yet.
have mercy. Jesus, forgive me. I need to be healed by the light. All right.
Be healed by something.
Something. So here's what we're going to do. We normally take a couple minutes break right now. Mm-hmm. Traffic, weather, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
let's take that.
Out.
It's beautiful. Yep. Here's your weather forecast. It's beautiful. What's it going to be this evening? Beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
When we come back, let's dive in and talk about the book, why the book, what's in the book, stuff like that. Does that sound cool?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. I've got Robin Price here, Merritt Price of AMP Logistics, and this is Lone Star Community Radio. So go take a break, go outside, do jumping jacks. We'll be right back.
Hey, Lone Star Country listeners, it's your girl Meredith, and we're starting a new tradition on Monday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. That's right, your Monday nights will never be the same. Be sure to tune in for some great country hits and the classics we love, only on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1, and online at irlonestar.com. That's Lone Star Country Nights on Monday nights from 7 to 9 p.m.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube TV podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com. or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776 if you are interested.
Oh, man. of those moments when you just feel like a Frenchman and you need to have a cigarette. I think I need a cigarette because C.C. Holmes has that kind of voice. God dang it. Every time C.C. Holmes comes on the radio to promote her talk or her music show, and she has that voice, I just keep waiting for her to go, and Nathan, this is just for you. Golly. Folks, don't y'all love that?
Now you see why I love playing that for him.
Whoa, let me tell you what. Giddy up, baby.
It gets his Wednesdays going.
Stephanie, the intern's going, oh my gosh, help me, help me. I'll get you some holy, I'm not even Catholic, and I'll get you some holy water, Stephanie, okay? Get your cross and all that. Wow. See, folks, but that's just what's so fun about Lone Star Community Radio, your community radio station, bringing you fantastic music, fun, family, just different talk shows. Of course, mine's the best. I got to say that. And just that's my opinion. That's not the opinion of Lone Star Community Radio. But there's so many good opportunities to be involved, to be a guest, to listen and find out stuff like that. So that was cool. That just took me there for a moment. And then I got to back up. Before we get back to you, did you hear about the $1 million in methamphetamine, Star Wars, and Batman lollipops found today?
I did.
They answered a call. The Harris County Sheriff's Department answered a call for burglary.
This was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday or this morning, one of the two. And they found $1 million worth of meth made to be like little Star Wars and Batman lollipops. So we're laughing, but isn't that scary?
It is very scary.
Because that's what gets on the street and gets our kids.
Yeah, that's especially with those sort of lollipop styles with the Batman. That's crazy.
Yeah. So speaking on behalf of our District Attorney Brett Ligon and his wonderful staff, probably our Sheriff Rand Henderson and his staff, bad guys, don't come to Montgomery County. Because you know what? We're going to put you under the jail if you make it alive that far. Again, that's my personal opinion, not the opinion of Lone Star Community Radio. So that was just fun to go a little crazy there for a while.
Sure.
So tell us about your book. Are you allowed to tell us the title?
Well, Nathan.
I knew it was trademark copyright. She's going to CC's voice. Did you catch that?
Yeah, did you get that? You didn't even get that. I can't tell you the name of the book yet.
But here's what's funny is I know the name, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
And I have kept it secret.
And you better. Okay. It's changed many times. Here's a whole deal on the book. I have been blessed to have had many mentors in my life. And I am at the age I am at I've got the experience now, time invested, successful runs, awards to back it up. It's my turn now to mentor out there. And so that's why I started writing this book. I wanted to reach many that may have been under the same, situations that I was in, trying to feed your kids, but yet you make too much to get government assistance and, but you don't make enough to put food on the table. So I wanted to reach a group. I wanted to reach a large, group of people and mentor them into, if they're already broker agents or brokers, into, the situations that I've been through in this industry and how we resolve them in an ethical, way. And also, I wanted to teach people that maybe are at a job that they just feel like a robot. They get up and they just go and they're not happy. That's not what they want. Well, maybe this is something that they would really like. I can't imagine anybody not liking this.
Well, it sounds like the risk-reward type of thing. You can really screw up big and hurt yourself, but you can really win big.
But if you know your stuff, you're not gonna mess up. And there are times when you can't. Things are out of control that you have nothing to do with.
But you've crossed all your T's, dotted your I's.
Yes,
you've done your due diligence.
That's right. Due diligence is the whole key right there. Done your due diligence, then you can't go wrong.
Wow. So what details can you tell me about the book? When you say you mentor, like what are some of the a couple of key things that I would get out of it if I was reading the book?
Always giving your due diligence in anything we perform, we are performing a due diligence. And you need to always give your best. You know, a handshake used to mean so much, means really nothing anymore. And that's a shame. My dad, being military, used to always tell me, and still does, that your word is what you have, and make it a good one, make it a strong one. And I've always kept that in the back of my mind. I've used that every day. What you put out there is what you get back.
And that false front, if it's in a bad way, if it's what am I trying to say? If it is fake, false, for wrong motives, will catch up to you. It may not be
absolutely.
a week, a month, a year. It'll catch up. Now,
And people aren't stupid. They can
Right.
see through that most of the time.
and a lot of us have that false, like, I'm a big proponent of talking about the masks. Now, a lot of us have those masks because we're hiding a hurt, or that's a
Absolutely.
whole different conversation.
So I'm
of the
afraid of
mask.
clowns.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've got some memes to send you. Yeah, buddy. I found another person to freak out at midnight.
I was just kidding. I just threw
Yeah,
that in
whatever.
there.
For those of you that don't know, I'm real bad. I've got a few friends. There's even a law enforcement dude that, I mean, he would probably take down those meth heads with his bare hands, but he doesn't like clowns. And I've been known to send him a clown.
Does he run like a girl?
No, if it wasn't sending it through Facebook Messenger, he'd probably shoot me. Oh my God. And then I've got another friend every now and then I send a clown to, and it's just so much fun to be sitting here wondering what they think when they open it up. I'm so bad. Oh God. But
You
then
know,
I've
I
got
remember
good
that
friends.
in high school.
Yeah,
You were ornery like that. Yeah.
Not much has changed over
Oh,
the years.
God.
No, he won't grow up.
Oh, I don't want to. And then I've got a couple of friends that are with Cheerful Clown Alley. In fact, Leanne.
Are you serious?
You know Cheerful Clown Alley?
No, but truthful clown?
Cheerful.
Cheerful clown?
Real clowns. The nice clowns. The red-nosed clowns.
No, I don't want no part of it.
Oh, man, but these are such good people. They do such good for little kids and stuff
That's
like that.
good.
But they send me, she sent me a cool message yesterday. She said, all you need is the red nose, because I didn't have my red, because I'm not really a clown. Bujo is a clown, but he's not like
A professional.
professional clown. But it's so, they gave me one of the best compliments. One of them said, I said, I've always wanted to go to clown school. And she said, what do you mean? You haven't been? I said, no. She goes, you do what you do, and you've never been trained? I'm like, no. They're like, oh my God.
She's like,
you're
oh my
natural."
God, you're a natural born clown.
Yeah. But I really want to learn the real one. So thank you, Ms. Fox, for that wonderful message this morning. That made me feel good. I need to go buy me some more red noses, by the way. You're right. But anyway, so clowns. No clowns to you.
No clowns to me, but that's okay. I'll hide my fear. I'll karate chop.
So, and we were talking about that about far as the masks, but in business, and I can imagine in your business too, because you're talking about big money.
Oh yeah, and you know, in our business, that gut feeling, that intuition, speaks very loudly. So that's something that I have taught my staff and that I go by is that gut intuition.
So is there anything, have you ever had interns? Is it something where you would look for, some of the college students that are looking at getting into something similar to that, or military, getting out of the military? Is that something you've ever looked at?
Yeah, I have. In fact, I placed an ad not too long ago for some interns, and we didn't get a big reply to it. I think that a lot of people out there, a lot of folks that aren't in logistics are just not familiar with what we do and how exciting it is. And, it's like they don't open their minds enough to take that chance.
Well, see, and here's what I think too. Like you said, they don't understand it. I think that if you're born with a good mind, a good common sense, and a good work ethic, that a couple of things can happen. A good college education or high school education or school of hard knocks can groom you and prepare you for a specific industry. But at the same time, I think a good man or woman who's just strong-willed, smart. I mean, I don't mean you have to, be geophysicist type smart, but smart, not book smart, but smart, and a hard work ethic, and good common sense. You can learn just about any business out there
Yes, you
and be
can.
good at it.
Yes, you can. If you
But
want it bad enough,
I think
you
if you
can.
want it bad enough and that passion's there, then it's going to make you excel.
Absolutely.
So, folks,
I
if you're
agree.
listening out there and you've got a brother, a sister, a neighbor, a child, a son, a daughter in high school, maybe, I don't know, college, something, and you've thought about, or you're listening and you've thought about a new career, a new direction, and this is just halfway interesting to you and you want to find out more, get a hold of Robin. At the end of this show, she'll tell you how to get a hold of her. Maybe there's a connection there. Maybe there's not. But you know what? If she doesn't at least talk to you, she may not have found that diamond in the rough mentee that she can mentor. If you don't pick up the phone or message her or email her, you don't know if you've missed out. The worst that could happen is two people could meet and go, wow, this is cool. I hope to run into you again too. And both of you could walk away with something positive. So let's throw that out at the end of the show. What do you think?
Oh, I think that sounds great.
All right.
Sounds great. The industry is booming right now. You know,
Could a really, really good secretary admin person learn to be a good assistant to you?
that's what my my broker agent did. She started out as a receptionist, and for 2 years I've trained her, and I let her loose this year, and I get nothing but compliments on her.
Wow.
And I have to tell her, go home. It's fine.
That speaks to the kind of
Go
boss you
home.
are.
Yeah.
So
We like to have fun. And, you know, anybody that comes to work for me, the first thing I do is I take them down the freeway. Oh, good old 45. And, you know, here's something people will gripe about the 18-wheelers going down there. But you know what, people? That is commerce in action. That is being able to look and see what our economy is doing out there. And when you see a lot of 18-wheelers out there,
life is good.
life is good.
Yeah.
That's right. But I have them start identifying the types of trailers because that's very important in this job.
So you treat them the way your daddy taught.
I do.
That's awesome.
I do.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome. You need to.
Darn it, I wanted to say I made that one up. But
Oh.
no, my dad did it.
You got to put a GoPro in there or something. Put a camera or something and video the conversation and stuff like that. And then y'all look back at it later and laugh at each other and stuff like that. Well, your new intern / new assistant shouldn't laugh at you, but okay.
Well, you know, I try to keep it fun, but I'm also known for my temper too. So that and my temper's not in, you know, I nitpick and get really angry, but I take this very serious. And any relationship I'm in with customers, we are going to perform our best, and I can't accept anything less than that.
All right, we're going to take a quick little minute break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about what you're doing now going forward, what your future plans are, and then we'll talk about how they get a hold of you. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Folks, Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio. We're going to be right back.
Keep on trucking.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on irlonestar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
Man, we're still boogieing. We're still jamming. Boogie woogie. Heck of a deal. Oh, my God. I got a message from my dude. I'm afraid. Can I tell him your name or should I keep you silent? Ha! A buddy of mine just sent me a message saying, I hate clowns too. Guess what I just did during the break? I loaded his Facebook Messenger up with very special clowns. No, not from Cheerful Clown Alley, but clowns that make it look soft and gentle.
Don't do that to me. I'll kill you, okay?
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. Just kidding.
I just told you how tough our DA is, and you threatened me on the...
I know, I just thought, that's just a threat.
Oh, my God. Eric, I love you, dude. I got to tell you, folks, Eric Estes, I wish he owned like a restaurant or a widget station downtown Conroe so I could send and demand everybody go buy stuff. This guy, we just met, and he is such a good dude. He's a good fan, a good supporter. I don't know what I can ever do for you, Eric, but we got to hang more. He's one of those guys that I met, the best relationship you could ever meet. We met doing something for other people. We met making other people's lives special.
Good. So
However,
you shared something and...
well, but we realized then that we're both for real dudes, but we both won. It was a thing called Challenge It for Kids, special needs
Are you
kids.
crying?
Oh, my God. Not yet. You know what? I haven't cried in 2 or 3 weeks.
It's been a minute or two.
It's been 2 or 3 weeks
It's
since
been
I
a minute or
cried.
two.
Oh, my God. But with Janet on tomorrow and Terry Jaggers,
It's
I
bound
got a
to
feeling
happen.
it's bound to happen. Yeah, because kids in need, moms and dads in need, but kids in need, that's big time on my heart. But Eric, you're just a cool dude. Thank you, man. And hey, if you want to come out and do some cardio, Father's Day, Family Fitness Saturday, come on, brother. No clowns. Well, Bujo will be there, but no clowns will be there. So, okay, so tell us about this writing thing. And I'm going to tell you why. It's so funny how